Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a quick swatch video of the Minnie Mouse and Sephora palette. It was brought to my attention that I made a mistake and got way overly excited about the collection, and I didn't include swatches in my last video. Honestly, I didn't even think about it. I was just super excited that I had gotten the items that I got, and I just wanted to come home and show them to you guys. Swatches didn't even cross my mind. I just wanted to get a video out as soon as possible. So yeah, that is why I'm swatching this palette today, just so y'all can get more of an idea of how they perform and if you personally think that this is worth buying. Once again, this palette does retail for $45. It will be released on April the 7th. That is what I was told, along with the rest of the collection. But yeah, I'm going to do a little bit different swatches this time because there are 20 shades in this palette. I'm going to just do it on my forearm, and I'm going to use an eyeshadow brush, and this time I'm going to use primer. So yeah, if you would love to see some swatches of this new palette, please keep watching. Okay, so here is a closer look of the palette. As you can see, the two outermost columns of shadows are the smallest in the palette, and then the two innermost are a little bit bigger, and the middle row are the biggest shades. So I'm going to swatch starting from this side. So it'll be row 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to start from top all the way down to the bottom. So for these swatches, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Anti-Aging. And I'm going to be using the Too Faced Teddy Bear All Over Shadow Brush. Alright, first we are starting with row 1. Which, like I said, is one of the two rows that has the smallest shades, and they are 0.026 ounces. Alright, the first shade we have here is called Flirt in a Skirt. It is a matte natural beige. As you can see, we're already getting a little bit of fallout. Not a big deal. Alright, the next shade we have here is called Yoo-Hoo, and it is a satin green. Doesn't show up too well, but I'm sure with a little Fix Plus you can really make it pop. The next shade we have here is called Puppy Love, which is a kind of white beigey matte color. Very hard to see on skin because it is a skin color. And the last shade we have in row 1 is called Miss Minnie, and it is a satin red. So there is your first row of colors. As you can see, there is a bit of fallout, a little bit chalky, but I don't really see that as a big deal. It's just on preference, I guess. Now we are moving on to the second row of shades, which are the second largest shadows in the palette, and these are 0.083 ounces. Alright, the first shade we have in the second row is called Hello Mickey, and it is a satin pink. Honestly, I get more of like a duochrome vibe. It's like really nice, like magenta shade with like with like hints of purple is what I'm getting from that shade. Alright, the next shade we have in the second row is called Ex-Boyfriend. Ooh, that is beautifully pigmented. Holy cow. It is a pearl blushy shade. That is beautiful. It reminds me a lot of Anastasia Beverly Hills Pink Champagne. Alright, the third shade we have in the second row is called Starlit, and it is a satin dusty rose. This one's not showing up too well. Let me dip my brush in there one more time. Alright, this is the second dip. Still not showing up too well. Kind of a bummer after this last shade. Alright, and the fourth shade in the second row is called Big Shoes to Fill. On Sephora it says that it is a satin mustard yellow, but I am seeing really big chunks of glitter. So I'm thinking it's more of like a glittery shade rather than a satiny shade. And once again, you do get a little bit of fallout, but I never feel like fallout is a really big deal. So that is the second row of eyeshadow shades. Alright, now we're going to be swatching the third row of shades. This is the largest pan in the eyeshadow palette, but on Sephora they are saying that these pans are 0.034 ounces of product. So I don't know how it would be possible for these to have less than these shades, but that's what Sephora is saying. Alright, so this first shade in the third row is called Put a Bow on It. It is a matte warm beige shade. It is very skin colored, so that is why it's not showing up. Let me do another pass just to see if I can get it to show up a little more. Not really. Okay, moving on. Alright, the second shade in the third row is called Some Like It Dot. It is a pearl gold shade. It looks a little bronzy to me, but I think it is absolutely beautiful, very well pigmented. Alright, the third shade in the third row is called Red Carpet Arrival, and it is a pearl taupe shade. Just looks like more like a pearl to me. Alright, and the fourth shade in the third row is called Pick Me Up at 8, and it is a matte brown. Actually pretty impressed, it's not that patchy, but it does have some fallout. So that is the third row of shades. Alright, now we are going to swatch the fourth row of shades. Alright, the first shade in the fourth row is called Daisy's My BFF, and it is a matte white. Seems kind of patchy to me. I will dip my brush back in the product one more time. This will be the second application. Still pretty patchy. Oh well, moving on. Alright, the next shade we have here is called Mickey's Squeeze. Oh wow, this is a really super glittery purple. It kind of has maybe like aqua glitters in it. I don't know. It is very pretty though. The third shade in the fourth row is called Girlish Appeal, and it is a satin plum, very well pigmented. This is a beautiful shade. Does have some fallout. I don't know how to call that, like fallout or like it's dusty. I don't know. But it is a beautiful shade. Beautiful plum. Alright, the fourth shade in the fourth row is called Whoopie Party, and it is a matte purple blue shade. It's pretty pigmented, maybe just a tad bit patchy, and of course fallout, but it's a very beautiful shade. And that is the fourth row of eyeshadow shades. Alright, now we're going to swatch the 5th and final row of shades. Alright, the first shade in the 5th row is called I'm All Ears, and it's a matte black. It's not as pigmented as I would like it to be. Let's try one more pass. Yeah, still not that pigmented, a little bit patchy. I actually tried working with this shade earlier and it was really, really hard to blend. So that one's a little bit of a disappointment, but I like the name. Alright, the second shade we have in the 5th row is called Blue Rhythm. It is a matte kind of powder sky blue color. Actually, it doesn't look matte at all. It says it's matte on the Sephora website, but I feel like it has maybe like a satin finish. Kind of hard to see, so I'm going to dip my brush in one more time. Let's see if we can get some pigmentation. I don't know how well this is coming up on camera, but it honestly reminds me of like Cinderella's glass slipper. Alright, the third shade in the 5th row is called So de Mieux. I'm pretty sure I'm not saying that right, but it is a satin navy blue. It's actually kind of pretty. Love that shade. And the 4th shade in the 5th row is called Be My Beau, B-O-W, and it is a satin silver shade. This one's beautiful as well. This whole last row really goes well together. So that is the 5th and final row of shades. Alright everyone, that is it for the swatches for this Minnie Mouse and Sephora palette. I hope y'all enjoyed them. I wanted to do a different kind of swatch video this time, so hopefully it worked out for me. But I gotta say, overall I am very impressed with the quality of this palette. For being Sephora brand, I really wasn't expecting much. I was expecting for like basically all the shades to be like not that pigmented and pretty patchy, but I mean I was rather impressed. Of course there was a few misses in this palette, but I feel like there was definitely a lot of hits. When I was originally purchasing this palette, I went in with the idea of like I don't really care if it's a Sephora brand, I really just want to get it for like collection purposes, so I really didn't mind. But now that I have swatched all the shades, I'm impressed. I would definitely recommend this to a Minnie Mouse fan for sure. It's a beautiful collector's item and you know it's definitely usable. Once again, I just wanted to apologize for not getting out swatches in my last video. I just got like way overexcited. Didn't mean to disappoint anyone, honestly, but hopefully this video will kind of sort of make up for it. Once again, this beauty will be released on April the 7th along with the rest of the Minnie Mouse collection. So keep your eyes peeled for that. They didn't give out a release time for online, but it should be in stores on April 7th. So definitely check your nearest Sephora because I have a feeling this collection is going to go quickly. If you do happen to like this new style of swatch video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you would like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, stay golden. Bye. Is it on? George. Press the...
See the red light?
No, there is no red light.
Such a liar.
Bet me. In the second row is called Hello, Mickey. Was that tacky?
Hi, everyone. It's fine.
George,
It's the
I'm
same.
gonna kill you. Okay.
You good?
I think it's fine.
Alright, whatever.
Just make sure I don't look ugly.
I can't help you with that.